80% of your time, 80% of the organization is going to do 20% of the work, meaning the majority of the people are going to do the smallest production, that 20%. Okay. And 20% of your organization will do 80% of the production. Therefore, your time should be split accordingly. 80% of my time goes to the 20%ers. Who are the 20%ers? Those that show up.
Hold on, baby. I need to jump on this meeting. Wait,
Herman, put yourself on mute, Herman. Those of you guys that show up, those of you guys that show up to the trainings, those of you guys that are not making excuses, those of you guys that are consistent, that's who I have the time for. If I get sometimes I get people calling me, right, and messaging me, but I'm meeting with somebody like Lewis, I'm meeting with somebody like David, I'm meeting with one of these people that are consistent, that's who I've got time for. These other people, tell you what, text me, please. And I'll be able to help you out via text. But my time is spent with the 20%ers. Why? Here's the deal. Here's another golden nugget. I don't spend my time with those that need it. I spend my time with those that deserve it. I've only got 24 hours in a day. I'm not going to spend my time with that guy or girl that never makes it on these trainings, that lives around the corner from the office, is complaining about not making any money, but doesn't show up to the trainings and is inconsistent. The guy that wants to learn door knocking, but we have a door knocking training tomorrow for 3 hours, hosted by the one and only Mr. David Perez. And guess what? They don't even show up to that. But guess what they're going to do? They're going to complain about not getting the results that they're going to complain about not getting the results that they're not getting. They don't like the results that they're getting because they're not putting in the necessary work, right? That person falls under the category of, I don't work with those that need it. I work with those that deserve it, because guess what? Those that need it because they're not plugging in. That's why training should be something you do, not something you did. All of us have brushed our teeth in the past. We did it in the past, but we continue to do it. Brushing your teeth too is something that you should do, not something you did. It's the same thing with training. You've got to keep getting trained. So anyways, let's get into the solar affirmations, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring up Mr. David Perez. See here, where we at? Where'd you send it to me, Ramsey? There you go.
What's that?
Here, no, I was just wondering where the affirmations were, but I got it. Okay, so go ahead and unmute yourself and repeat after me so we can get these affirmations started. By the way, we're going to change it to Team Freedom affirmations very soon. So repeat after me. I am a powerful solar professional.
I am a powerful solar professional.
I do business morally and ethically.
I do business morally and ethically.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
I do not depend on luck or unrealistic possibilities.
I do not depend on luck or unrealistic abilities.
I am making a positive impact in the world and in the lives of others.
I am making a positive impact in the world and the lives of others.
And the lives of others.
I radiate with confidence and people feel that.
I radiate with confidence
and people feel that.
People feel that.
I am building a renewable energy empire.
I am building a renewable energy empire.
Therefore, money comes easily and frequently and in increasing quantities.
Therefore, money comes
frequently and increasing quantities.
Ladies and gentlemen.
JC, you're muted.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we agree that money comes easily and frequently to a lot of people in this company? Not to everybody, but there are people that money comes easily and frequently. Business just seems to flow to them. People just seem to be attracted to them. People want to work with them. Customers want to sign with them. Guess what? Those people, one of the things about those people is that they are disciplined. One of the things about those people is that they believe that they got something good for the customer, something good for the people that are joining their organization. They believe bigger, faster. They are consistent and persistent, right? Persistence, write this down. Persistence wears out resistance. Persistence wears out resistance. Okay? So guess what's happening? There's certain people, they just seem to win in life, right? And one of the things is because they were willing to pay the price. They're willing to do the necessary sacrifice. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to finish up as #1 mentor by the end of the year. Mark my words. Then after that, next year, I'm going to be focused on team building and training more than anything. Team building and training more than anything. And then the following year, I'm going to be part-time. And then the year after that, I'm going to ride off into the sunset. I'm going to be traveling the world, enjoying my kids, training karate with them, training jujitsu with them, right? Making love to my wife, having some good wine and some good dinner. That's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to pay the price. And guess what? Ever since March 2020, as the pandemic started, when I started door knocking, I've never let my foot off the gas since then. I've recruited people every week since I started. I've sold sales 3 months into me getting started. Every single week didn't pass it. I didn't close a sale. I closed a sale, got a client to sign on the line that is dotted every single week. For the last 2 years, I've recruited somebody every single week for the last 2.5 years. I have not stopped. Too many people are unsuccessful because guess what? They show up to these trainings or other trainings. Guess what? They show up when it's convenient. I don't show up when it's convenient. I show up because I said I was going to show up, and how I feel has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to do. And that's what I would suggest for you to do as well. So with that being said, enough of that. I had to mute a couple of people and amuse myself on this phone. So let me go ahead and introduce a person that's going to be training today. And here's what interesting fact about this guy. He's a number 3 recruiter thus far as of yesterday. He might have moved up between yesterday and today. As of yesterday, he's a number 3 mentor in the whole company. Last month, he finished number 2. Luis Perez, who I personally introduced to the company, was the number 1 mentor last month. I was a number 2 mentor last month, and David Perez was the number 3 mentor. Or was it the other way around? I think it was Luis Perez, David Perez, and then me. Yeah, I'm not trying to take his shine, okay? So Luis Perez was number 1 mentor for the company. David Perez was training right now is number 2 for last month, and I was number 3. So the 3 of us, I personally introduced these 2 gentlemen, so I'm very proud of that fact, right? These guys are a lot better than me in a lot of areas, okay? And then for the year, I'm number 2 mentor, David is number 3 mentor, and Luis is number 6 mentor. We will finish with the top 3 positions in the company. You know why? Because we didn't come here to take part. We came here to take over. We came here to show some love, help y'all. Whether you're a part of my team or you're not a part of our team, guess what? We're going to show some love. This is open to everybody. My training academy is open to everybody. The Solar Mentor Factory, which comes in 3 weeks, okay? Well, about 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks, happens to be open to everybody. And by the way, last time I checked, there's 21 tickets left to the Mentor Factory. A team from Texas, from Eric Garcia's team, says we're buying today a minimum of 10 of those 21, and I'm trying to get more people there. So I recommend you get your ticket fast, quick, and in a hurry. If you could buy it yesterday, somehow get it yesterday. But if you can't do that, then get it today. And with that being said, let me introduce, man, I should be a host of some type, right? Happen to be a host of a podcast. If you're not following my podcast, by the way, here's my shameless plug. Driven Not Given. Today I did an episode that just is airing right now on Andrew Tate. For those of you guys that may know, Andrew Tate getting bagged. I will say to this, it's controversial, okay? We talk about some conspiracy theories on that particular episode. We normally don't. So if you're easily offended, do not watch that show. Anyway, the person I'm going to bring up, as I mentioned, number 3 mentor for the year, door knocking expert. He will be hosting the door knocking boot camp tomorrow from 11 a.m. to from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. By the way, for those of you guys, and I always forget to mention this, I and my team will be off for the next 4 Tuesdays. You will not be able to reach me or Jessica or Monica for the next 4 Tuesdays. I will not be available. I want to say it here because there's 84 people here. I'm off for the next 4 weeks because that is a Sabbath for the next 4 Tuesdays. I do not work on that day, FYI. So this gentleman is going to be hosting the boot camp on tomorrow, and we host it roughly every 30 to 45 days. He's an absolute champion. He's leading a team. He has people on his team that are making a lot of money. He's got a lot of mentors on his team, just absolutely blowing up. I want you guys to put your hands together. If you could, if we were a person, I would tell you to go ahead and put your hands together for this guy and stand up. But Mr. David Perez, the floor is yours, my friend.
Hey, thank you, JC. Team, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you guys are at. You know what, JC, if I could get permission to be co-host so I could share my screen.
Absolutely,
So,
my friend.
yeah, I'm really excited to be here today. I'm really excited to share with you guys. Really excited to just, add value today. So I believe that because of today's training, some of you are going to add an additional 3 sales in the month of October to your solar business. So that's how much I believe in door knocking. And what I want to know really quick in the chat is if you've door knocked before for solar, go ahead and put a 1 on the chat. If you ever done it, if you've tried it, if you've been out there. So go ahead and put a 1 on the chat. If you've door knocked before for solar, I want to know who's tried it before. If you have not, don't put anything. I just want to know who's tried it. Let me see how many ones we got out there. Right, you've been out there, you passed out some flyers, you've given it a shot. Let me see. I'm going in the chat. So we got Robert's tried it, Michael, right? JC, Lily. Okay, most of you, awesome. Now, put a 2 in the chat if you tried door knocking and you feel that you've had a lot of success. So if you tried door knocking and you feel like, man, I've had a lot of success, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat, right? Just want to know who's learning today, right? Luis Rangel, Enriquez had success, Eric, right? So, yeah, like JC shared, I'm really excited to be here today. I'm really excited to talk about door knocking. I noticed we got a lot of 1s, not as many 2s. Why? Because I believe that, door knocking is very challenging. It could be challenging, and when you don't practice it and you don't have the right information. And today what I want to do, I hope to give you guys the right foundation that you could build from. Now go ahead and put in the chat, put a number 3 if you love door knocking. If you say, you know what, I love door knocking, I love to do it, put a 3 in the chat. Let me see. We got Carrie, put a 3, Enrique, Fabian Martin, Lewis. I say they're all liars. Liars, right? I don't love door knocking, right? What is it to love about door knocking? You get a bunch of no's, you get rejected, right? You get it cussed out here and there occasionally, right? So I don't love door knocking. I love the results when I door knock. I love results. I love to win. I love to help families, right? So I do love door knocking because I love the results of the door knocking. It's not the actual door knocking, right? Because door knocking could be very, very challenging. And so today what I hope is just to give you guys a foundation where you could kind of, just learn some of the basics, to give you guys some tips to have good results out there. And this is just a little preview of what we're going to do tomorrow. So for anybody that wants to get more in depth, tomorrow we're going to have this more in depth with some of the mentors, and we're actually going to hit the trenches. We're going to hit the field with the people that come out, with those that are willing to do it. I'm personally going to go out there. Some of the top mentors are going to go out there that have a lot of experience door knocking. So make sure that you guys get signed up. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's get started, guys. So I don't want to hold you guys up too much. So today's going to be a little preview on what we're going to be training on tomorrow. And so here we go. Everybody can see my screen? All right, so how to door knock like a pro, right? Everything that you do, right? Everybody starts as an amateur. Everybody starts in the beginning, right? You want to, when you start in something, you want to learn it, and then you want to elevate, you want to grow, and then you want to become a pro. So the first thing you have to understand about door knocking is you have to change your mindset. One of the biggest mistakes that I see from door knockers is that they're out there and they're selling solar. No, no one's trying to buy solar this Monday, right? You can't go out there with that mindset of, I'm going to sell somebody, I want to get a deal today. No, it's a 2-step process. It's a very simple process. So you first have to understand that you wear 2 hats as a solar professional. The first hat is marketing, right? What is marketing is you generate leads and you generate prospects. The second one is you do sales when you actually present the proposal. Once you're inside of a home and you present the proposal, that's when you become a solar sales professional. So I want everybody on the team today, those of you that have done door knocking, that want to try door knocking, you first have to understand the right mindset is I'm going out there to talk to homeowners, to generate leads, and prospects. I'm going to go shake hands. I'm going to go talk to people, right? You're not going out there door knocking to drop off flyers. You're not going out there door knocking. Like if you're going to go drop off flyers, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to go drop off flyers, but you're going out there door knocking to generate leads. That means you're getting contacts, you're getting names, you're getting phone numbers, and you're generating prospects for yourselves, right? I've never sold anybody at the door, right? So my goal when I go out there is to get their contact information, right? And then get to the next step, which is where I become a sales professional. So that's the way you have to look at it. That's the way, because a lot of you are having success. A lot of you that have tried door knocking, you had some success. Why? Because you were getting names, you were getting phone numbers, you were getting contacts, and that's winning at the doors. That's what it starts with, right? There's going to be days that you go out there, and that you don't get an electric bill. It happens, but there will never be a day, if you do it right, where you go out there where you're not getting names and phone numbers. You're going to be getting a lot of contact information. Who in here would like an extra 100 leads for the month of October? Right? Who in here would like an extra 40 leads for the month of October? Right? And guess what? These leads are free. These are free leads. They're all over your neighborhood. Go on Redfin or Zillow. Right now, there's at least, I want to say, anywhere between 10 to as much as 100 homeowners that have bought a home in your neighborhood, not even going far, in the last 3 to 6 months. Guess what those are? Those are leads, right? There's leads all over. There's an abundance of leads. There's an overflow of leads. And the thing is that you have to go out there and you have to let people know that you're the solar professional in the area, and you're going out there to get information. So that's the correct mindset, guys. This is my sales process. You guys have seen this before. Nothing fancy, just a reminder of what we do. So the sales process for me here at Powur is, and for all of us, is to get a bill, right? Set the appointment, right? Present the proposal, qualify the client, sign the paperwork, and do it again. Very, very simple process. Your job as a solar consultant, your number one job is to become good at getting bills and setting appointments. You want to master that, right? You want to become really good at this, right? You want to, wherever it is that it comes from. It doesn't only have to be from door knocking. It could be from any other, a lot of areas. Like say, if you're good on online marketing, hey, power to you, generate leads there. If you want to work the home shows, generate leads there. If you want to go to the swap meet, generate leads there. I'm not against any of that. What I do love about the door knocking is that you could go generate 5 extra prospects in one day, right? 10 extra prospects in one day. You can go out today, and I've seen this. I'm going to have a couple of the mentors share a little bit later. I've seen people go out to a neighborhood, right, get 4 bills and close 2 same-day appointments, right? I'm talking about same day, boom, they go in the house, they do the proposal, and they walk out with an additional, 10 to $16,000 in their pocket, right? Who would like to master that? Who would like to learn that, right? Right, and that's what it is. This is possible. I've seen it. I myself have done it multiple times where I go out there and I meet a homeowner I've never met before. They just happen to be, ready, or at least look into it. And then we kind of go from there. So most of the clients that when you go out and you door knock, you're going to find some people that are interested. You're going to find some people that are on the market, right? That are looking at solar. You're going to find some people that got a proposal a month ago, 3 months ago, a year ago. And that's awesome. I get most excited about the homeowners that are not thinking about going solar. I get most excited about homeowners that have never gotten a proposal. Why do I get most excited about them? Because they're not really in the market. And I love it when I'm able to present to homeowners that don't really understand solar. And those are the type of leads that you get when you're out on the field. These are people that are not waking up on a Monday saying, I hope the solar guys come to my neighborhood today because I'm ready to go solar. Right? That's not what happens, right? Most homeowners in your area have thought about solar. They think they're going to go solar at some point, right? So one of my key questions right now is, even when they say they're not ready, like, no, we're not interested in solar, we're not ready to go solar. One of the key questions that I ask them is, Mr. Homeowner, do you think there's a possibility that you might go solar in the next 5 years? Yes or no? And you're going to find that most of them are going to say, yes, we probably are in the next 5 years, maybe at some point. And that's it right there, because most homeowners know that they're going to do it at some point, but they have it on the to-do list. But there's a lot of things on their to-do list. Solar's like maybe in the bottom somewhere, and it's not urgent. What's more urgent? They want to remodel their kitchen. They want to remodel their bathroom, right? For some of them it is, for some of them it isn't. But for some of these homeowners, right, it's on the to-do list somewhere. And our job is to go out there, get their attention, and let them know, hey, let's take a look at it now. All right, so here's a presentation. I won't the door pitch. I'm not going to get into it too much. You guys could screenshot it. This is just a perfect way to get to the doors, to just introduce yourself. There isn't a magic pitch. There isn't, I follow a lot of these door-to-door pros. I know a lot of them in the industry. They have all these tactics, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of them. A lot of them say different things. I just keep it extremely simple. And we did this pitch so that we could duplicate it. And there's a lot of people on the team having success with this. So it's real simple. Who you are, right? We all know. I want to know who you are. Type your name in the chat, right? If you don't know who you are, raise your hand, right? Everybody knows your name, who you're with. Hey, I'm a consultant with Powur, and the reason why you're there, right? Real simple, to the point. Right? We don't want to sell this mumbo jumbo stuff. Mr. Homeowner, I'm here because I am the solar pro in this neighborhood. I am here today because I'm going to be switching a lot of families in this area to solar. Right? I'm here because, maybe you did a project. The best time to knock is right after you did a project, you had an install. Right? So talk to your mentors, talk to your team, go knock those areas. Right? It's just, there's a lot of momentum there. So boom, introduce yourself, and then you gauge their interest. Really, Mr. Homeowner, have you ever looked into solar? Have you considered going solar before? What do you know about solar? Right? Do we care if they're interested in solar? We do not. We're not only looking for people that are interested in solar, right? We're looking for everyone who has an electric bill and is open to take a look at solar. And in my opinion, is paying a minimum of $80 a month. Right? Here where I'm at in California, like everybody's paying at least $80 a month. Right? So that's what you're doing. So after you do the introduction, you talk to the homeowner a little bit, you introduce yourself. Then at that point, you're going to start doing the close. So to me, the most important question, whenever I'm talking to anybody, let's say, and this is not just at the doors, to me, it's just a very important question whether you're doing a swap meet booth, whether you're at a home show, whether you're telemarketing, is, by the way, Mr. Homeowner, how much are you paying monthly on your electric bill? Right? Because when a homeowner answers you this question, that means that they're open to have a conversation about solar. And to me, that's huge. So right now, if you've never done door knocking, you have no experience, and you're out there and you're hitting the doors, in the beginning, you just want to feel comfortable having conversations. And and ask the homeowners what they're paying. If people are answering this question and they're telling you how much they're paying, then you're winning. You're doing good. You're getting better. Remember, everything is always hard before it becomes easy, right? Everything's always hard before it becomes easy. The more you do it, the better you become, the easier something becomes. So when they start answering this question, then okay, cool, I'm engaging in the proper conversations. Yes, you're gonna feel you might mess up, but there's no other way to get better. You gotta practice, go out there and do the action over and over and over. So get the dollar amount. When I'm having a conversation with the homeowner and they answer this question for me, once they answer this question for me, to me, this client is on what I call my sales cycle. They're on my sales cycle. That means that this is going to be a client that I'm going to get the bill and I'm going to eventually help them go solar. That's my mentality. Anytime any homeowner answers this question about how much they pay, to me, they're on first base on my sales cycle. Right? And that's where it starts. So you let them know, you ask that question, and then you say, all you're looking to do is show them a second option. Hey, I just want to show you a second option to your current utility. That's all I want to do, Mr. Homeowner. I'm not here to switch you to solar. I'm not here to sell you solar today. Even if you're ready to go solar, it's like about a 45-day process, sometimes 60 days, right? I don't have my installers ready to install you tomorrow. It's a process. I'm not here to sell you solar. Even if I wanted to, I can't right now. I have to work on this report. So let them know that all you want to do is show them a detailed solar proposal that's going to show them 4 key things. 4 key things. One of the things that this report is going to show them is going to show them how many panels are they going to need when they go solar at some point, right? How much their monthly fixed payment will be with solar opposed to what they're currently paying, how much their home qualifies for, how much their solar project will qualify for as far as dollar amount on the federal tax credit, because most homeowners don't even know about the tax credit, or they don't know how much they can qualify for. And then we're also going to find out if their home is a good fit for solar. So, Mr. Homeowner, I don't even know why you're deciding today if you're going to go solar or not. Do you even know if your home's ready for solar? Right? Do you even know if your roof's ready for solar? Do you know if your electrical panel's ready? Right? Maybe your house doesn't get enough shade, enough sun. I'm sorry. I don't know that. It looks good to me, but I'm gonna get you a detailed report. Boom. That's all you're looking to do. Remember, we're marketing, right? We're not selling solar at the door. You want to you sell solar when you're in their kitchen table or on Zoom with them. That's where solar sales happen, right? You want to get inside the house, you want to work on a report, and that's where the sale happens. And then you get the okay from them. You always have to close them. Every conversation you have with the homeowner at a door, if the homeowner is, if you're having a conversation with the homeowner and you're asking them how much they're paying and they're answering that, let them know exactly your intent, what you want to do with this report, and then you have to close the homeowner. Mr. Homeowner, this is how you close them every single time. Is it okay to work on your solar report? Is it okay for me to put a proposal together for you? And then you just wait. You're going to find out that 40% of homeowners, by you just asking that question, not skipping the steps, are going to say, okay, sure, that's okay. And that's how you generate more leads, right? Because some of them are just curious about solar today. They're already wondering, right? Doesn't mean they're interested, but they're just curious about all the hype. They're curious about all the programs. They hear it. They're getting, so as a door knocker, you're coming behind the ground. The homeowners they're already warm, right? Right now, solar is an extremely hot product, and you're coming behind all the ads, all the commercials, all the Instagram posts, all the noise about solar, and here you are coming right behind that, and guess what? You're collecting the bill, right? You don't have to be this super aggressive, super solar ninja, super pro, super no. All you're doing is you're polite, you're professional, you know where to take the conversation, and you know you have a goal now, which is engage in a conversation, introduce yourself, ask them what they're paying monthly, let them know what they're going to get by allowing you to do this solar report. What is it going to show them? And then you close it. It's a lot easier than what you guys think. It's a lot simpler, right? All you got to do is go out there and try it. There's nothing more rewarding than going out there, and it's super awesome because when you go out there, you meet a complete stranger, they give you their bill, and then then you help them go solar. Then it lets you know, like, man, like I could really do this. Like, what have I been doing all this time, right? If you're at home, now I'm not saying this is the only way, but if you're at home not hitting your goals, if you're at home not having the leads that you want, like there's an abundance of homeowners. Like there's so many out there, and there's no competition. Like there really isn't. I rarely run into like another solar company. I mean, you do here and there, but there's just so many people like going solar right now, guys. Like it's like, just imagine that, like every door that you knock in, like if somebody said, hey, let's go, hey, let's go knock on doors, and I'm gonna give you like $50 every door you knock in, or $25 every door you knock in, or $10 every door you knock in. Let's say somebody says, I'll give you $10 for every door you knock in. Like, how many doors would you knock at? What time would you start? What time would you finish? Right? Like, and that's the way you have to look at it. You have to trust the process, and just, and get yourself pumped up when you are having these wins. Like getting a name and number, that's a win. Getting an electric bill, that's a huge win. Setting an appointment, that's an amazing win. But celebrate the small wins, right? I didn't start off when I came into solar, right? I was getting results. I was out there. I was knocking. I was getting some sales, but I really wasn't dominating. I tried every pitch out there. I tried a pitch where I never said solar. That was a long time ago. And that was before I started with Powur. And then I tried another pitch. And then I tried the net metering pitch. And then I tried the, get a fixed bill pitch. And I tried all these crazy pitches. And then I realized, like, man, like this isn't giving me the results that I want. So that's why I say solar. Some solar pros will tell you, like, never say solar at the door. I say solar at the door because there's no way to get around it. Like, I'm not there to just trick somebody into getting a proposal. I'm there because I want to help the family go solar. So I say solar at the door. I want to be transparent, right? There's no secret pitch. It's just straight to the point. And it's like, hey, let's take a look at this. All right, guys. You are going to get objections, right? That's part of the process. So when somebody gives you an objection, you want to acknowledge the objection first. So the first thing that I would do when you get an objection is you have to acknowledge it. Let's say somebody says, you know what, I don't pay that much, or you know what, I'm not that interested in solar. You have to acknowledge it. How do you acknowledge it? You repeat it to them. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, I definitely understand the fact that you feel you're not interested in solar right now. Boom, may I ask why? So you have to repeat it because you want to acknowledge it. A lot of sales professionals, or not really professionals, but salespeople, they kind of like dismiss it and they kind of ignore it. You can never ignore an objection. It's something genuine. You have to be able to hear it. And then you have to, get into it and find out why. And then you let the homeowner know. Once you acknowledge the objection, you let them know, like, hey, like, that's a very valid, that's a very valid reason. I definitely understand the fact that you feel you're not ready to go solar. I'm not here to sell you solar today. All I want to do is show you this detailed report that's going to show you if solar is even a good fit for you. Like, you're already shutting down solar. You've never looked into it. A lot of my homeowners that I've helped, weren't ready to go solar at the time, but at least once they saw the report, there's only two things that happen every time I do a report for someone. Either it shows you that going solar is not a good fit for you, or it's going to show you some really amazing numbers, and it's going to show you that solar is an amazing, a benefit to you and your home. And now you have something to think about. But, keep an open mind, keep an open mind, right? Like, are you willing to keep an open mind and take a look? And so that's the way, when you're getting the information, this is extremely important. I don't ask for the bill up front. So this is something that I see a lot of people make mistakes in. They're at a door and they're like, hey, just go get your bill and I'll do your proposal. And if the homeowner doesn't have access to the bill, they're just going to get turned off right there and then. Like, you know what, man, just give me your card. I'll call you. You want to just get information, get a lead, and then at the end, ask for the bill. So this is what I like to do. This is what I train all the team. The moment they say it's okay to work on a report, get their name and phone number immediately. Awesome. Is it okay to work on your report? You know what? Sure. I'm open to take a look at a report. Awesome. What is your first name? Last name? Perfect. And your phone number, area code, please. And then you start writing it down. Guess what you just got? You just got a lead. You want to lock in a lead, and then you want to convert it into a prospect, right? Verify the address, get their email. At this point, they're already in the flow of giving you information. You already have their name, their phone number, their address, their email. And then at the end, you ask for the bill. The last thing I need, Mr. Homeowner, is question for you. Your electric bill, do you get a paper copy mailed to you every month, or do they send it to you electronically? Let them answer. Perfect. Awesome. Can you go grab your most recent bill for me, please? I need that to be able to finish this report. And then you get the bill. You're going to find out that at times, maybe the wife gets it. It's not somewhere where they have access to it. And so you want them, if they say, I got to go look for it, let them know, hey, awesome. Can you go look for it? I'll wait. Right. It's never going to be comfortable, guys. Door knocking is never comfortable. Right. We're respectful. We're respectful. We respect homeowners. Right. We're not going into a home, deciding for them. You're going to find that here at Powur, every mentor you work with is extremely professional. But we're professionals as well. And as solar's professionals, there's protocol and there's steps that we need. And there's information that we need to be able to do our job. Right. Just think about a banker when somebody's going to open an account. Like, they're not nervous about getting your information. They're not nervous about getting your ID and your social. These are steps and these are things that we need to be able to perform our job and do the report for them. So never get nervous about asking for the bill. Never get nervous about sending them inside or making them log in. Oh, you get it electronically? Awesome. Can you pull that up really quick on your phone? And then just wait there. That's the last thing I need, Mr. Homeowner. And then just wait there. Like, you're never going to feel comfortable asking for that. Right. But it's something that you just have to kind of do. And it's really important. Once you get the bill, then you focus on an appointment, guys. So don't focus on an appointment if you don't even have their name yet. Don't focus on an appointment if you don't have their bill yet. Let's say that they don't have their bill and they don't have access to it. Then set the appointment and let them know, hey, before the, later on this evening, once you find it, can you get that over to me? I do need it. And then you have some homeowners will be sending it to you. That's how you gauge their level of interest, right? And you want to make sure you always want to ask for that. I have a saying, let's do the work up front, not on the back end, right? We got to get rid of that later spirit. Oh, I'll do it later. I'll get this later. No, you want to do your work up front. You want to be diligent. You want to set up your mentor for success, right? You're there to sell solar, right? You want to set yourself up to win. And so those are little things like that. So these are some cool apps that could help you out. I like Landglide and Parcel. Just gives you the homeowner's name. Canvas I used to use a while back. You have to pay for this. Sunseeker is a pretty cool app that just shows like the sun hours. They charge like a one-time fee, but you could also use like Google Sun or something like that, just to kind of like engage with them, get them curious. But I like Parcel and Landglide because it'll give you their name when you go up to their home. And so here we go again. So now overcoming objections. We're about to wrap it up right now. So overcoming objections, once again, you want to acknowledge the objection by repeating it back to the homeowner. You want to address their concerns. And this is key right here. Real objection or smoky mirrors. Is it a real objection or are they just blurring out an excuse on why they don't want to get a report? What do I mean by that? So you want to isolate the objection. Let's say somebody says, oh, we might sell the home. Oh, no way. Awesome. Are you guys like, you have an agent? How soon are you going to be listing it? And then you want to get to it. Is it just something that they're blurring out, like a smoky mirrors excuse, or is it a real genuine objection? Right. And you want to be able to first analyze that and acknowledge and understand that, oh man, this is a real objection. Let me go ahead and address it. Or this is just a smoky mirrors objection. Like you'll find out, like I've gotten a lot of excuses at the door with homeowners that I was able to help go solar. Right. And that I was able to help go solar, but they just throw like smoky mirrors objections. And you want to like find out. But if I would have been moved by the smoky mirror objection, like I would have not helped them out because they just blurred out this excuse. So you want to be able to understand that, read that, and ask them. And then know key solars and benefits of solar. So you want to have your go-tos, your go-to benefits. What does that mean is that whenever you get an objection, you address it, you acknowledge it, you let them know that you're hearing them out, and then you get into a key benefit of solar, which is, hey, the last homeowner I helped out, I was able to reduce their bill by this much. Hey, there's a tax incentive. Hey, this is going to help your value of your home go up. So you want to, hit them back with the benefit of solar. And so here I'm going to give you guys a scenario from, this is a real customer, right? This is an older customer. So this is here in California. I know that in some areas it's not as you don't have as much savings, but I'm going to give everybody an example today. This is a real customer that we're able to help out. So whenever I get an objection, I acknowledge the objection, I handle the objection, and then I let them know, hey, by the way, I was able to help out a family just a few months ago. The customer was paying $182 a month. I was able to get that down to $107 a month fixed. This customer is saving over $54,000 in 25 years. Also, this customer qualified for a federal tax incentive of $8,748 with 99 cents. That's how much their tax credit was. Now, Mr. Homeowner, I don't know if I could do the exact same for you. Everything is case by case. And then boom, you close them. Is it okay to work on your report? So talk about past homeowners that you've helped, right? Talk about stories in the area, right? Let them know about real scenarios, real customer testimonials. Quick little nugget. Every time I'm in a neighborhood, the first thing I do is when I see solar, I go talk to the homeowner to see if they're happy, how long they've had it. I find that most of them, are happy. And then I ask them, hey, is it okay to use you as a reference? I get their name, I go knock the neighborhood. And then when I get an objection, I handle the objection, and then I'll use them as an example. Hey, I don't know if you know Laura. She lives 6 houses from you. She's had solar for 3 years. She's very happy. You could go ask her. She's extremely happy with her solar. Is it okay to work on your report? So once you have references in the area, You know, customers feel more comfortable. Also, when I get a bill, the moment I get a bill, then I'm talking about how I have the appointment with this customer, and now the homeowners are more open to it. Like I'll be like, hey, Mr. Homeowner, I'm gonna be here with you know, with Christian, who lives down the street from you. I don't know if you know him, but yeah, I'm gonna be there at his home tomorrow, 3 o'clock, to go over his report with you. Could I swing by right after, say around 4 or 5? Boom. Now they feel like they're being left behind. So that's how they're more open to it. So that's an example right there. So this is the whole overall, the sales process, door by door. So you get to a house, you break the ice, you say your presentation, you get into your savings report, right? You close it, right? You close it, you get their okay, which is, hey, is it okay to work on your report? You get the bill and you set the appointment. That's it. You just repeat it over and over. You don't control if they go solar or not. You don't control how interested they are, right? But you have remember, this is the mindset, getting an abundance of leads, adding an extra 3 leads a day, right? Every day that you go out there, right? Adding an extra 40 leads a month, right? Adding an extra 50 leads a month, right? That will only, if every single one of you adds an extra 40 leads a month, right? How many sales is that, right? Remember, the goal is to get leads, get to the presentation, and that's where you help families. And some last key right here is building urgency. It's the last one right here. So building urgency at the door is, will you be going solar in the next 5 years? Let them know, hey, interest rates are going to be going up, right? Your bill's going to double. Here in California, I personally believe, I don't know in all the other markets, but here in California, I believe that bills are going to be doubling within like the next 6 years, close to doubling, right? Best time to go solar is now, and then let them know that the state programs will change. So a lot of homeowners, they know they're going to go solar at some point. They're kind of like, you know, waiting, like they feel like it's an expense that they don't want to like get into right now because they have other things going on. But they think they have years to go solar. And us as professionals, we know that like solar is like amazing today, right? The rates just went up today. It was better, you know, a week ago, right? Solar was better in July. We're able to give customers a little bit of a better proposal. I'm not saying it's not good right now. It's amazing right now. However, like I believe that it's not going to get better the longer we wait. Like the time is now, right? For those of you in the mortgage business, you know that a lot of you were refinancing people at a 2.9, 2.5%. If you want to refinance today, it's over a 6%, right? It changes, things change. Like, so solar right now is equivalent to being at a 2.9 mortgage. Like, it's like, dude, this is phenomenal. This is by far the best time. What are you waiting for? Let's at least take a look at it. And that's it right there. Right now, what I'm going to do is there's two gentlemen that are going to be just briefly sharing a little bit. I don't know if we have Enrique, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
All right, so everybody, this is Enrique Alcocer. He's one of the top mentors, was also on the top 10. His first full month as a solar pro, as a mentor, I believe he was like number 7 for the month of August. Just share a little bit like on a tip on door knocking. I know that you had a lot of success door knocking. I know that you come from the mortgage business, but just share a little bit about how door knocking helped your business, or just anything you want to share on it.
Thank you very much, David, for those kind words. Honestly, when I used to be in phone sales, so I would know the importance of making the best impression. You have a couple of minutes to make a quick, good impression. So I learned everything from door knocking from you, and pretty much when I applied everything you taught me, and pretty much at the beginning I was a little resistant and I didn't want to like really do the steps, but when I applied to everything that you teach, I started to see the results. And I just remember you telling me like, love and embrace the no's. And also the book that you let me borrow, that by Ed Milet, the Power of one more sale, that just encouraged me to just go get more no's. And after the no's, the yes come, and it just comes easier when you build your pipeline. When you build a pipeline where you know you have a couple deals in the pipeline, and pretty much the stress falls back down. Now you're not that stressed out. And it just makes going to the door easier, because now you know you have deals in the pipeline and you have projects moving, and just embracing the no's and going after it hard, I really think. But yeah, these boot camps tomorrow is very crucial for anybody that's going to be attending. You just get a lot of nuggets and you just apply it. That's it. Just apply it, keep it simple, keep it easy, and pretty much everything you teach. I mean, you're the door knocking king right here. VP.
Wow, thanks for those words, man. Well, congratulations on all your success. Right, you went out there, you've been doing the work, and then we're gonna have one more mentor. I don't know if we still have Frank Lopez. Are you on?
I'm right here, bro.
All right, so Frank Lopez is door knocked for a lot of years. He transitioned into solar, but just any tips on you know how you've had success. I know that you've done a lot of personal deals and you became a mentor really quickly. You know, once you started hitting the doors and hitting the action. So anything you want to share, Frank?
Yeah, one thing I want to share is just to get started, you know, a lot of people, you know, first I want to thank David, Gerardo, JC, you know, you guys have helped me a lot. When I started door knocking in October, I was actually on the bus, you know, I didn't have a car, I was on the bus, I was giving away cell phones. And one of the things I would do is I would give away cell phones. I had my backpack. Gerardo had given me a clipboard with an Edison bill, and all he did was teach me to go out there and just get a bill. I didn't know anything about solar, but luckily, you know, I started door knocking 20 years ago, and you know, I went through some stuff, went into a recovery home because of alcohol. And when I started door knocking, like I wasn't making excuses. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I just knew that God has something better for me. And I know that you had a lot of success, Gerardo had a lot of success, a lot of people were making money in solar. So when I started going out there and door knocking, first 3 months, I didn't get a deal, you know, and every day I was out there door knocking, struggling, but I didn't quit because I had to find my life and those are my daughters. When I started door knocking, I just knew that I just had to go out there and just get bills and just set appointments. And you know, after my 3rd month, I finally signed up my friend. Ever since then, like I just built my confidence up. Pretty much when I go out there, what I'm looking for is I'm just looking for people that are interested in solar or that are mad at Edison. There's a lot of people right now that are struggling, that are paying high electric bills. And I'm not going out there to convince anybody to go solar. I'm not that good. I'm just looking for people that are that need help out there, you know, that are struggling with their finances. You know, Edison is a great way to look for clients that are paying a lot of money. There's people out there paying $300-400 a month with Edison that are trying to find something better. Solar is the way to go, where you can go helping a client from making $300 to $400 or paying $300 to $400 a month to helping them pay $150 a month. That's not a hard sale. That, you know, that's just a no-brainer. Those are people that are grateful when you help them go from $300 to $400 a month to $150 a month, and you help them, you know, free up some money. They're very grateful that you showed up knocking on their door. Right now, I try to do is when I go door knocking, you get better at learning how to communicate with people. Not everybody is different. You get to talk to people that are Hispanic, that are blacks, that are white, that are Asian, that they don't all look like you, but you learn to love and accept them, and you meet a lot of good people out there. When I go out there door knocking, I've already gotten to the point where I can just cherry pick my houses. I'm looking for doors that are open, with people that, or houses that have a lot of cars in the driveway where I know people are home. So I'm not trying to knock on every single door. I'm just looking for people to talk to when I'm out there. And so when you go out there with just looking to talk to somebody, and looking for people that are paying a lot of money with electricity, you're gonna get some good leads out there. So yeah, it's pretty much just
Nice.
Anybody that's out there doesn't know whether solar is for them. Hey, just get started, just start door knocking, and just start going to work and let God do the rest. That's pretty much it.
That's right. Congrats, Frank, on all your success. And yeah, that's awesome. I know that Frank, once he simplified the process, he started having a lot of success. But like he just said it right now, like he just goes out there and he's generating leads, and you want to fill up your pipeline. You want to have a pipeline filled. So that's the mindset, guys. So I hope you guys got value from today's training. I don't know if we could stop the recording, but if anybody, I think we have like 2-3 minutes. If anybody has any questions, we'll open it up right now, and then I don't know if we could stop